What's up everyone, welcome back to the Sunday Leagues Investors channel. My name is Brian and today's video we have a lot of things to talk about. We have the Super League that we have to talk about. What does that mean to the soccer card market? A Q&A session, so we could, I've been promised y'all with another Q&A session. And also this, let's look at this. This Kylian Mbappe out of 99 green refractor monster of a card. It's actually not ours, it's actually a buddy of ours from overseas. He wants us to submit it to BGS for him so we can avoid some custom fees and everything, but we're not actually doing group submissions for BGS, okay? So don't start sending inquiries, but we are still doing PSA submissions. So if you have Super Express, if you have cards that you want us to hold on to, and when PSA opens up, we can submit it right on the dot when they open up, so let us know. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, that would help us a lot. If you want to wait to the end of the video, that's fine too, just don't forget. All right, so let's get into the Super League and let's talk about what the Super League means to the soccer card market. Well, that was a crazy 72 hours. Oh my God, I literally just recorded a whole entire voiceover on what my thoughts were, what was gonna happen, what I thought was gonna happen if the Super League decided to go through. The fan in me is super happy, super relieved, to be honest with you, because this could have been the death of Valencia. If you guys have been following the channel, you know I've been a huge Valencia fan. We literally are in really bad financial turmoil. So if Barcelona or Real Madrid decide to leave, yeah, I mean, we were building a stadium for literally the last 10 years. It's literally half built and I don't think it will ever be built, but now we still have some hope. Have some hope for the Cinderella story, have some hope that we can still win the Champions League in my lifetime again. And congratulations to everyone that supports all the smaller clubs, all the big clubs too. You guys still were ashamed of your clubs, and really the Super League in general. As a business, I completely get the standpoint from it, but at the end of the day, the internet wins. Now we're getting to the Q&A session of it. Enjoy, guys. I'm really happy. And also, I'm gonna say it one more time, like for no more Super League. Love you guys. It's Q&A time. We're going to answer your questions that you sent last week in our Instagram stories. If you're following our Instagram, you probably should be, because we post a lot of good content daily. And we're going to try to be as concise as possible. We have a lot of questions to answer. So if I don't answer to your full liking, just DM me and we talk more about it. So let's get right into the question and answer session of this video. So the first question is, with Messi 2006, I'm assuming PSA 10, reaching $30,000, would you rip or hold the box? For me, I'm not a gambling man. I am holding the box, even though you're almost guaranteed a Messi or Ronaldo. The problem with these boxes are the QC on these cards are really, really tough to get a gem mint. If you look at the gem mint rate, it's not very high. So I would definitely hold the box. The second question is, why is the market for current young players a lot higher than proven players who have already proven themselves, had a great career? Kind of paraphrase that. Examples are Erling Haaland, Giovanni Reina versus Xavi, Iniesta, and Buffon. I think it's pretty simple. When it comes to prospecting, it's a lot more exciting. It's called speculative investing. People love investing into their potential, what they could be. It's just more exciting to do, right? And then when it comes to legends, it's not as exciting, but it's very sure. I would argue though, legends are still so undervalued in the soccer card market. I'm not really familiar with all the markets in the card market particularly, but in soccer, the pop counts are so low that I just think that if you're not buying legends, you're making a big mistake. So the next question is, will the 2019 Panini 365 Haaland sticker ever be the same price level as the Haaland Fussball sticker? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I think the reason why he's asking that question is because the 2019 365 sticker is actually Haaland's first ever sticker. However, I really do believe the Fussball sticker will be better, and the reason why is just because I think just preference, right? I know some people are like, the true rookie is the first sticker, but in my opinion, it's whatever is in his rookie year really is fair game. And I think the market really prefers just a nice looking portrait photo of Erling Haaland. I mean, if you look at Mbappe foots, then you could say the same thing. If he had just a portrait photo in his actual rookie year, that would be a lot more iconic than his Panini foot. What to look for when you check a card for high grade quality. I'm assuming this is for grading. My thing is, I really am checking the surface, because I'm assuming you're using PSA. PSA is very, very tough on surface. Everything could be right. If the surface is messed up, you literally will get docked a point or two, and you do not want that. I mean, a PSA 10 could literally be a PSA 7 just with a scratch. So just be careful on that. That's what I look into. Will Futera cards ever gain a hobby following? Probably not, unless they get a really big rights, like legitimate rights. I know they have some rights for specific teams, but I'm talking about league right, really good league rights. And I mean, I'm not a fan of Futera cards, to be honest. They're not really great looking. I know some people will hate me for that, but that's just my opinion. What is the best way to track prices of cards over time? Best useful plugins or browser extensions for use? So I use SlabWatch when it comes to looking for actual offers, seeing what's the best offer prices. Usually 75% of the time it works. And also we just use the old way, right? We use eBay. We don't really use anything that's really that fancy. I mean, we do have market movers from Sports Card Investor, but that's more for basketball, and their soccer card directory is really bad. So I wouldn't recommend spending like buku bucks for that. So the next question is, who do I need to kill to get Gerd Muller's card some respect? He will get that respect, man. I mean, Gerd Muller, if you don't know who he is, he has set so many records. Lewandowski was going to actually break his record, but just to let you know how hard it was, I mean, Lewandowski needed everything to be perfect, but unfortunately he's not fit, so that is in jeopardy right now. So I think Gerd Muller is a really good investment. Are you buying or selling cards now? We're doing both, and the reason why is because I just love playing the game. Some people are holding for long term, some people are doing it for short term. I'm doing both. Like if I could hold a legend for long term, then I will, but if a price comes in mind that really matches how I value a card, then I'm not afraid to let it go. Is Karim Benzema worth investing in? I'm sorry guys, I'm not. I wouldn't do it just because he's just not loved in the hobby, and that means a lot. I know he's accomplished a lot of things. Unfortunately though, there's a lot of things that are holding him back. First off, he's not as exciting as a young prospect like everybody says, but also his international record. I mean, the fact that he literally framed his teammate in a sex scandal, that's as bad as it gets. So thoughts on the Michael Jordan 1994 World Cup honorary captain card? I love it. I love that card so much. I love like really interesting looking cards, low pop. I know there's actually a gold version of it. That's what we have. I would definitely say if you could find that 1994 set where you could get that card and get it graded in high grades, I really feel like, especially when it comes to the 2026, people are gonna be like, oh my God, crossover basketball, arguably the GOAT with soccer. Why wouldn't you want that? So the Viking cards ask, if you had one player you had to sell today that you're invested in, who would it be? I would definitely say Erling Haaland, just because his value is already sky high. Might as well take advantage of it. There's always peaks and valleys when it comes to the card market. And right now, I think Erling Haaland is definitely not in a valley. If you get my drift. Messi, right? You see those peaks and valleys. He was supposed to go up the whole entire time, but it never has happened. That's just not how it works in the card market. So I'll take my chances if I had to sell it, which is Erling Haaland. Will you be stocking up on raw cards that can be graded for when PSA is open again? Yes. Well, I'm not doing it specifically saying, oh, I'm going to go out and buy raw cards, but I am waiting for PSA to open. So I'm not actually sending any cards out to any other grading company. I just don't think it's really worth my time, especially it's only 3 months, right? I mean, the fact that they're going to open back up, I mean, supposedly in June, it's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things, especially of how we invest. It's not like we're investing everything to be short term. The best way to get cards graded from Europe. So we actually have a good customer base in Europe. You can send it to us. I believe Graded Gem has a PSA certified dealership. So I know you can use them. I've seen how they run their business. They seem very impressive. I actually love how they run their business. So that's one way to do it. I believe there needs to be more people to be able to do that in Europe, just because like there's a huge opportunity in Europe. So right now, Graded Gem or go to us. I'm not entirely sure if I could comment the whole entire card market because I don't really keep the pulse of basketball, American football to the T. I just know I'm very confident in soccer cards. So let's just talk about soccer cards. I think soccer cards is really interesting because it's almost hard to see it in a bubble, and the reason why is because the pop count is so low and the demand is way too high. Like, just think about it, right? I mean, the highest pop count in a set is probably what, like 20,000, and there's literally basketball cards that are like graded just one player with like a Luka Doncic, like 10-15,000, right? Just wrap your head around that. So I think right now it's really tough to say, especially with all the things that are going on. Could we be in the bubble though? Of course. I mean, anything could be in the bubble, but I don't think so. What does KDB need to do to get that hobby love he deserves? He just needs to stay fit. Once he stays fit for a prolonged period, because he has been injured quite a bit, I think people understand his greatness, how great he is, and you're gonna see people remember his name for a very long time, but he just needs to stay fit. That's all it really takes. PPGA Soccer asks, who do you think will win the Champions League this year? I have no idea. I mean, it looks like PSG is the nominated winner right now. We have no idea what's gonna be going on with Champions League, if there's gonna be a Champions League. So, but let's just say everything's just normal. I really thought Man City will be the one to win it. I really do think it's their year. So, do you think grading cards Super Express makes sense currently? And particularly the 2010 Ronaldo Messi, I think definitely you should be thinking about doing Super Express, especially if you think you can get a 10 or 9, but you have to know your condition of your cards. Don't YOLO it. I would never recommend YOLOing it. We still do Super Express if you want us to do it, but $300, you don't want to just say, hey, take my $300, see where it goes. You want to make sure you know what you're doing, but Super Express is definitely a play right now. Which Legends rookies are undervalued? I would definitely say every single one of them. I know you hate hearing that, but to be more specific, I know we're probably talking about budget-wise, budget constraints. I would definitely say, I mean, look at late 1990 stars, 2000 stars, early 2000 stars, like Samuel Eto'o is really good shout. So check those guys out. Even Bobby Charlton, if you want to go back in 1958, I really am a bullish on it. If you don't have really a budget constraint, I think he's really good as well. So yeah, I think Legends in general are undervalued. So discuss die cuts and Griezmann, please. Die cuts are very hard to grade because you have to worry about more corners. They look cool though. I mean, I'm okay with it. And Antoine Griezmann, I think he's very important to the French national team. For Barcelona, he's having a decent season, but it's not like the superstar season that you expect. I think for Euros, he might be a good play if you're playing like banking on like a moment. He definitely is very important to France, so why not? 5 players that you anticipate to have breakout Euros performances. I think I have a list here actually. Bruno Fernandes, Dominic Szoboszlai, Pedri, Lukaku, and KDB. I would definitely look into maybe Italian players as well. Italian's kind of like a dark knight and dark horse, not dark knight, dark horse. Or you can also look into Germany. They have a very young squad, maybe Serge Gnabry or even like a Kai Havertz. I know he's my boy, so that's more than 5 players, so you guys can figure it out. For my thoughts for the Merlin 95 UEFA Champions League hobby box, I would actually, if you have a box, I would definitely sell it. I'm not really particularly in love with how the product looks. I think the checklist is pretty strong because it's very small, but other than that, I'd rather be spending my money on like a Topps Chrome. Are you guys looking at digital cards at all, like Topps Kicks and stuff? Yes, we are. We're just not really well versed in it just quite yet, but we are putting our eyes on it, and I think you should too. Is it too late to still flip cards? No, we still flip cards, man. I think it's more performance based now. I think you have to be very, very in tune with the market instead of just getting some stuff graded. But yes, I do think you can still flip cards. So the last question to wrap up this video, which is I think is a really good question, which Mbappe cards should we go after non-rookie wise? I think this applies for a lot of different players. I mean, across the board, right? If you cannot afford the rookie, look for inserts, right? Look for high graded PSA 10s of non-rookies. So for example, like Mbappe, you can look for his 2019 Select PSA 10, right? PSA 10 in a high parallel or something like that, or look for really cool inserts like his Prize Footballer insert. I love that Prize Footballer insert. So be creative with it. Don't just ditch the player. But definitely if you go for the rookies, go for that. But if you can't, there's always alternatives. Always look for alternatives, ways to make money, because really when his rookie goes up in price, everything else follows. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure and rate and subscribe. That would mean the world to us. If you haven't liked the video yet, make sure to like it. Comment down below. Do you agree with my answers? If you don't, let me know down in the comments. If you do, let me know that down in the comments. That really helps the channel. And with that being said, I love you guys. Talk to you guys soon.